Hello, everyone. I hope you've had a good week. I hope you stayed dry because, goodness, it's been soggy for the last week. We've picked up almost 2 inches of rain. An inch of that came on Saturday. We picked up a half an inch on Tuesday and then another third of an inch on Wednesday. System pulled out for the most part once we got to Thursday morning. Although I will say this, as you look at the Almanac, there was a little bit of precipitation around the midnight hour as this was starting to leave. Although the clouds did provide insulation and really helped boost our temperatures in the afternoon. I mean, look at this. Our low is where our average high should be, and we were at 64. By the way, this rain has put us in almost a 4-inch surplus at the airport for the year. Pardon me, a far cry from where we were last year. 40s and 50s to start off statewide, and then upper 50s, most places to around the low to mid 60s. Oakland 52, still good for your standards. In downtown Baltimore was 68 on Thursday afternoon. Biggest jump once again goes to Gaithersburg, a 17-degree difference from low to high. They've been a winner of a few of those this year, as I've mentioned last week, and that trend is continuing. However, there is a trend that is turning once again, and it's kind of the same trend. You guessed it, Saturday washout. We're not looking good for Saturday. I'm going to be quite honest with you. We got another system on the way. Could bring some substantial rainfall. And then we do have a dry stretch coming up. Looking rain-free and no rain chances to really note. Unlike last week where I did the maybe, maybe not because there was some uncertainty. This one, we won't really have much of a chance at rain. Let's talk about the culprit behind the Saturday soaker that we will have. There is another system right now, and I'll actually pull this up fold. Hang on. There we go. And we'll do this. It's out here in the southern plains and getting into the Ohio Valley, the Mid-South. That is heading in our direction. That will bring some pretty soaking rains alongside with it. Maybe not the thunderstorms that were down in Oklahoma, which brought, I believe, 2.5-inch hail in southwest Oklahoma, or the snow out in the Rockies, western Nebraska, northwestern Kansas. However, we will get some pretty good moisture and some pretty good rains out of this upcoming system. Here it comes. Friday into Saturday. And then once we get past this, we're looking at a much, much better weather pattern as we head into the work week. No substantial rain chances, no notable rain chances, really until we get towards the end of the work week and getting into next weekend. I'll show you the system here that's for Saturday on both the major models, and you can see here, once it gets out of here, especially with the Euro being a little more extended, nothing. I think I got it mixed around. This is a GFS, this is a Euro, forgive me. But you can see here, nothing after this immediate system that we have to deal with. What can we expect in terms of rain? GFS is picking on it a little bit good, but I think the Euro is kind of doing a better job. Let's talk Euro here, and you can see here, everybody gets a good amount of rain. We could be talking a third of an inch, 2/3, 3/4, up to an inch locally in some locations if we do get heavier rain bands. As I said, the GFS is picking up on this a little bit. Oddly, keeping a lot of the lower totals towards the coast, but I think the Euro is a little bit more fair in that regard, and I think a lot of locations could see some pretty substantial rain, so I'm leaning towards the Euro a little bit more. And our rainfall surplus is already high as is. We don't really need that much more rain, and what may add to that is another dynamic for Sunday that I haven't mentioned yet. We'll talk about that in a moment. Mitchell meter for the weekend, I'm giving it a 5. Sunday, there's a complication, as I kind of teased just now, that could make things a little iffy. However, it is looking much better than what Saturday is going to be, and I think it's just going to be average, if not lean towards a 4. We are rewarded with a really great work week ahead, well above average temperatures. We could get close to 70 later on in the work week before we may have to deal with our next rain chance. Let's talk Sunday. Sunday, we may have saturated ground with the recent rains and another really good shot of rain Saturday. We could talk gusty winds, sustained winds 20 to 25, gust up to 40, maybe 45, especially in higher elevations. So saturated ground, trees, that may be a problem that we have to keep in mind. Put that in the back of your mind though, because once we get past Saturday, that's a concern that we'll have to really watch out for. Otherwise, nice in the low to mid 50s. Monday, we have the gusts dying down. And then we have this really nice stretch of weather heading into the rest of the work week here. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, all looking like great days. Some of the best of the year thus far in terms of our weather. Even out in our western communities, we are looking pretty nice. I mean, low to mid 60s for Tuesday and Wednesday out in Hagerstown and Frederick, getting towards 70 by Thursday. And then even in our far western communities, could clip 60 degrees out in Oakland and Cumberland and those higher elevations of Allegheny and Garrett counties as we head into Wednesday and Thursday. And then the Delmarva Peninsula areas east of the Chesapeake, just absolutely gorgeous as we head into the work week stretch here. Enjoy it. It's going to be very, very, very beautiful. By the way, Wednesday weather discussions, I'm modifying that a little bit. It's going to be 6:30 now because last 2 weeks it's been hectic. It's been busy. I haven't really been able to do it. So I'm pushing it back an hour to try to allow myself to do that. So hopefully you will join me on Wednesdays at 6:30 on my personal weather channel on YouTube at Mezzo Mitchell WX. I'm Jay Mitchell from 410 WX. Be safe, stay dry, stay weather aware this first half of the weekend, and enjoy the rest of the week ahead. I'll see you this time next week. Don't forget to turn your clocks forward this Sunday as daylight savings time begins.